All right, welcome back, everybody. So, this is typical housekeeping things that I do on a Monday. I go in and see what is going to expire this week, and then I determine how aggressive I'm going to get these rolls done. Now, the idea behind aggression levels when it comes to rolling is let me just kind of scroll out a little bit down here to the lower levels. These have a long ways to go. There's no threat here. There's no danger. They're not going to expire this week. And so I wouldn't be in that big of a hurry at that point to try to get those filled, right? Even if they're not winning, they're so far away to expiration that I've got plenty of time to be patient and let them come back. On the other hand, I have some that uh, going to expire really soon, like these STX options right here. The STX really needs to be managed this week. Now, I can lock in the trade as a loss, or I could give it a little bit more time. The first thing that I want to do is identify what needs to be fixed. That would be the STX. Then we go look at the chart. We want to know, are we at or near a support level? Because what happens oftentimes is we start to get challenged and then we need to get something fixed and it's not done falling yet. And so we're rolling and then rolling trying to catch up with it. Things were going really good Friday. This dumped and was kind of hoping it was going to hold at that support level at that 10 period, and it didn't do that. Now I can look down here. The 62 looks like a stronger level of support, that area there, and that's more than likely where this trade is going to end up. So I would want to get my trade rolled down into that level, but getting it rolled down there is going to be uh, a little more difficult since I'm very close to expiration at this point. We wouldn't have let it come this close to expiration except that it was winning all the way up until Friday, and so there was no reason to really manage the trade, but now it needs to be fixed. In the grand scheme of things, this trade that I have, the 65 half 65, it's probably a good trade. We just need more time. For this trade to be a winner overall, what we're going to have to do is get below that current price or let it come back or both. So let's just first deal with the time issue. We come back in, we grab both of these options, and we say we want to roll, and we want to just stop right there and see what it's offering us. A $2 credit if I keep the same strikes and I just go farther out in time. That's not a bad choice right there, $3 in credit. I've already got $25. It's offering me $3 more, but here's the kicker. I've got commissions to pay for, and those commissions are going to be about $3. So if I take this roll, I can add a few days to the trade, 1 week. So I'm giving the trade time to work out, and I'm getting it done with just a few dollars in credit, basically paying my commissions off. I'm okay with that, right? The idea is if we can get this rolled even for a week, then we can buy more time for one of two things to happen. We can buy more time to see if this is going to rally back up and perhaps solve its own problem, or give it more time and let this come down and settle along the base, and then we can roll out to that new support level. We're looking for some kind of consolidation like this area here, and maybe this area here. We want to see this stop falling. And good companies, they find support. Hell, even companies that have bad news like Boeing have airplanes fall out of the sky. Sooner or later it found support. And so we just want to roll out to that level. We want to let it prove to us that that support is going to hold, and then we just work our trade down to that level. So that's the trade that we're looking to do here in the STX. We want to just roll that out for a credit. If we can't get the credit, then maybe we readjust the trade, try to do something else. I'm going to try to work this order through the day today and most of the week. If I have to get aggressive with it, then I will. And what I mean by aggression is I really want this trade rolled. I've got a lot more choices than only doing what I have here. And you can see that there is no volume here, right? So even though we're getting, quote, a fair price, we're just not going to have much luck when there's no volume. There's a couple of things we can do when we want to get more aggressive. We can change the strikes, we can change the date, or we can change both. So we know that there's no liquidity here but we've got some more liquidity here, right? The open interest, it's not really great in here. We got 124 orders here and 26 there, so we could try to spread it out a little bit. Okay, now this is a $1 wide trade, and it is offering me a little bit of credit. We would add this 34 to the 25 that I've already got, and that would put us at $59 in credit. $59 in a $1 wide trade, it's still more than half. It's a good trade to take. It doesn't solve our problem necessarily about, being in a winning trade or a losing trade, but it does give us that extra time that we're looking for. We can go out another week into the January 8th. There's no liquidity here either. Or we can go out even farther than that. Here's the January 15s. We do have a little bit of open interest in that one strike, and that's the only strike that has any open interest. So there's not going to be any love way out there. So we want to just back up our trade all the way up to the 10-day, and we could try to lower the strikes just a little bit, right? Maybe something like this, and just try to work the order. This area has some pretty decent liquidity. I am at $1 wide though, so we could take that 20 and add it to the 25 that I've already got. That would give us $45 of max profit and $55 of max loss. It's not perfectly balanced 1-to-1, but it's not bad, and it does help lower our break even a little bit. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and try this order, even though, again, there hasn't been any volume today here. There is some open interest here. It's better than nothing. Give that a shot. And that's the order that I could try to work through the day. To work the order, I just want to go in and bump it once in a while. I'd want to right-click, hit Replace Order. Just come in here and unlock it and relock it, right? Make sure that it's open and that nothing's really shifted around all that much, and just try the trade again. That's really, all we can do. So I'm going to try to work that order through the day, see what I get. I'm not real excited about my prospects at the moment, but we're going to continue to just work this order through the day and see what we get. All right, so guys, hopefully this video helped give you another example and another glance at the thoughts behind rolling, what it is that we want to look at, why we're looking at those different parts and pieces in our roll, right? All of those things come together. They're all a part of what it takes to get a trade rolled, sometimes for different reasons, right? At the end of the day, we want to give this trade long enough to actually be a successful trade. Good companies, which is what we try to trade, they find support sooner or later. And so we just need to stay in the trade long enough to either see it come back in our direction or to see it find that support level somewhere. And after it does, we will roll down. In every single decision that we make in the roll, there's only so much money in this trade. We have the width of the spread, and that will always validate how much money is in play. You can take the credit and subtract that from the width of the spread, and that will always let you know how much total risk you have at any one time. In the current trade, it's a 50-cent wide spread, and I've got $25. That means I have $25 at risk, $25 for a max profit. That's our $50. In this one that we're working right now, we're trying to do a roll for around $17, it looks like, in credit. We could add that 17 to the 25, and that would be our new total credit. But then we would have to look at the new width of the spread. And if we're going to have a $1 wide spread, then I would have something around 41 cents, it looks like. And yet I would be risking the other side of that, right? Take $1, subtract 41 cents, and that would be my max risk. So guys, that's it. I hope this helped give you a little better understanding of a roll, and I'll see you at the next video.